Bodies wrapped in blankets or plastic sheets are left on the floor of cemeteries and funeral homes of the capital La Paz and other hard-hit cities, as Bolivia struggles to deal with the second wave of coronavirus infections, deadlier than the first. Government officials fear the backlog could spark another outbreak, while accusing some funeral homes of taking in more bodies that they can safely handle.
Regional governments should have provided training to funeral homes on how to manage COVID deaths but haven't done so. And secondly, some funeral homes are trying to profit from the increase in deaths. And finally, there is a structural problem regarding the capacity of both public and private cemeteries to fulfill the high demand for cremations and burials.
In Bolivia, one of the poorest countries in Latin America, many cemeteries have stopped accepting the bodies of COVID-19 victims. Some funeral home employees took to the streets, saying they're left with few options.
Since the first wave, we do not have a crematory oven. The central cemetery in El Alto did have one and was receiving COVID bodies, but they're not anymore. We simply don't have anywhere to take these bodies.
There is a similar story in Mexico City, with the government trying to treat COVID patients at home to free up space in hospitals overburdened by a surge of new infections. But finding life-saving oxygen is often a struggle.
At this time in the pandemic, it is very difficult to get an oxygen tank or a concentrator, and then there's a cost because of the demand for them.
All while vaccination rates in Mexico have slowed to a trickle, Pfizer hasn't been able to send in additional doses of its vaccine in 3 weeks, leaving Mexicans who got the first shot to wonder if they will be able to receive a second one in time. And while some countries in the region have started to relax restrictions after a reduction in cases, others are announcing new ones. These are the deserted streets of La Habana, Cuba, where a new night curfew was imposed after a surge following the reopening of airports. It's a back-and-forth battle against the virus that continues to batter this part of the world particularly hard. Alessandro Rampietti, Al Jazeera.